I can't look at the rocket launch, the trophy wives of the astronauts, and I won't listen to their words, 'cause I like birds.
Hi, my name's Rudy, and this is one of my favourite books. Last year I started my challenge to see all the wildlife from the book. I started off looking in my house and garden, and I was surprised at what I saw. I found this speckled bush cricket and a peacock butterfly. I think this is a eyed hawk moth caterpillar. My brother got to the blackberries before I could take a picture. We found this wood mouse in the garden. Even my mum thought it was cute. But she didn't like the rat though. A family of blue tits nested in my garden. At the start of my challenge, I saw my first ever woodpecker right outside my bedroom window. The next place I looked was around my village. I went straight to the village pond. I saw quite a few birds there.
Shovelers.
Coot, grey heron, little grebe, mute swan, and some interesting plants like reed mace. The further I went from houses, the more interesting things got. I saw buzzards, wheatears, linnets. I was lucky enough to have this trail camera for Christmas. I used it to film wildlife in the night time. If you look closely, you can see a mouse watching a badger. A nervous red fox. A sneaky grey squirrel. And one of my favourite birds, a jay. We had a good look in the river and used this underwater camera to film these sticklebacks.
That was brilliant, because that's my first time seeing lapwings and I couldn't believe my eyes.
I really enjoyed watching this short-eared owl. Back in the village, I found a bat. We went exploring around the near villages. We saw this tawny owl and a pintail too. Can you see what this is? Dad couldn't see it without binoculars. It's a pair of little owls. Then we went down to the river for a look. We saw a dipper, little flounders, and I caught a bullhead. There was quite a few birds, including a shelduck, a curlew, a goldeneye, and a turnstone. Down on the coast I caught a prawn and a blenny, and I saw a kestrel eating a slow worm. Further afield I found this flock of crossbills feeding on pine cones. A glowworm larvae and an early purple orchid. At Bedford Park we found a otter's print and sprint. This reed bunting was at Park Slip. In the rest of South Wales we saw a herring gull, some porpoise, gannets, a roosting barn owl, and a load of puffins. Before I finish, I would like to tell you about the things I saw on holiday in Scotland. I stayed on the shores of Loch Sonart. We saw some interesting insects like mayfly, a common blue, and a golden-ringed dragonfly. We caught some eels and we found an oyster catcher's nest. We saw a fox and a golden eagle. This giant midge was scary. I found a common spotted orchid and we saw red deer by the shore. I found this silver sand eel on the beach. These siskins were fighting over some peanuts, and the woodpecker was hiding some nuts. We saw a white-tailed sea eagle on Mull, and we found this tick in my brother's armpit. Midges were biting my face when I was watching this squirrel. And we saw this seagull feeding its chick. In the night we baited our garden with eggs and caught this pine marten running off with one on our trail cam. We even saw the pine marten in the day. One night we left the trail cam on the shore of the loch, and I got my first footage of an otter. He even posed for this picture. At the start of my challenge, I had a list of 338 things to see. Over the year, I've seen 208 things from the list. I've got 130 things left to see. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about my adventure. And if anyone sees a snowy owl, please let me know.